I'm going to show you some super simple ear training tips that'll help you play your favorite songs on piano by ear. Ear training is an essential musicianship skill that has a huge positive impact on your overall growth as a musician. In this video, I'm going to share 4 fun and simple ways that you can start ear training in your own daily piano practice routine. This video is part of a new series I call the Musicianship Boost Series. During this series, I'm going to share videos that will help boost specific musicianship skills that are easy enough for anyone to incorporate into their daily piano practice routine. At the end of this video, I'm going to share a secret bonus tip that will help you tie everything that I mentioned today together. Before I get into tip number 1, I just want to address a common question that people have about ear training, and that is, do you need to be a professional musician or have perfect pitch to play the piano by ear? And I want to let you know that you don't. Your ear does improve over the years after training it, but it's easy to get started, and today I'm going to show you how. The first tip I'm going to give you, especially if you're just starting out with ear training, is to pick simple songs that you already know. Using a song that you know will help ensure that you make progress and have fun while you're starting out. If you hear a new song for the first time and you really like it and say, I think I want to learn that on the piano by ear, it's going to be a lot more challenging than something that you're already very familiar with. It's much more fun to use a song that you know to help you train your ear and to learn those intervals. The second simple ear training tip I have for you is to start familiarizing yourself with the direction of notes. When you're playing by ear, you need to know if the notes are going up or down. So this may sound basic, but it's a really important part of starting out your ear training. Are the notes you're listening to in that melody going higher on the piano or lower on the piano? This is actually really easy to do when you're away from the piano as well. Maybe you're driving somewhere and you're listening to some music. When you're listening to that song, try to figure out if the notes in the melody are going higher or lower. And this is helping your ear recognize those notes and which direction they're going. So when you sit down at the piano, you're going to be familiar with what notes sound like when they're going up versus going down. Now that you're familiar with the notes going up or down, you're going to take it a step further and try to listen for steps and skips within the melody. This means listen for the notes in the melody moving either by step, like in a scale, or skipping notes, like in a triad. I find that most melodies, especially memorable ones, are very simple. For example, the popular Christmas carol Deck the Halls is made up of seconds or steps. You'll notice when I play this melody, it sounds scalar. There are no leaps or skips, and the melody is made up of just steps. Now I'm going to give you an example of a song that uses skips and steps. The song is Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. Most people know this beautiful song. The chorus of this song starts with a skip, followed by a step, and then it reverses. It goes back down by step and then by skip. Take a listen. So you can hear the skip is this part, and then here's the step. Then it reverses, step, skip. And that is the whole chorus of Hallelujah. The last part goes like this. So again, that was just made up of steps that go up and then right back down. I would love to know if you enjoy playing by ear and if you've ever tried it. If you have tried it, do you use this approach where you think about the melody and whether it's going up or down, and then think about some of the intervals that go along with that melody? Let me know in the comments. Tip number 4 is don't be afraid to make mistakes, because it is sometimes a matter of trial and error. Remember, you're training your ear to know what those intervals are. The more you do this type of ear training, the easier it's going to be to figure out your favorite melodies. You may encounter leaps that are larger than a skip, and my advice to you is just to have the song nearby and play it and try to figure out what that interval is on the piano. And that is training your ear to know what those larger intervals are. Eventually, over time, your ear will get used to what those leaps are and you'll have an easier time figuring them out. The bonus tip I want to give you is really going to help tie everything I said today together. And that is to start training your ear to listen for the tonal center of the song that you're trying to play. The tonal center basically means the home key. And now you don't have to know what key it's in, but you just have to know what the home key or note sounds like. I'll give you an example. Going back to that piece, Hallelujah, I'm going to play the last part of the chorus again, and it's going to end on the tonic or the home key of C, which is the tonal center of this piece. And so you can see how it sounds final. It sounds like it's supposed to land there, and it also sounds resolved. So by that I mean it doesn't feel unfinished and it doesn't feel like it wants to go on to something else. It feels like it's at home. So when you're listening to the music that you're trying to figure out, always go back to what is the tonic, what is the home key. The reason this is important is because the melody is based around this key. So it's always going to want to head back to that tonic note. I can't wait to touch on some more musicianship skills that I think are essential to your growth as a musician, starting with this next video when it's available.